Ladies and gentlemen, it is mad in the dunya. It is mad in the dunya. Todd Bowley, the new owners, the board, like we must be on steroids because we are doing some madness. I don't know whether some of these things are gonna happen, but it is getting me gassed big time.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I didn't think after the last stream that we did, live stream that we did, that there's going to be so much news floating around. But I mean, I guess it's understandable because the transfer window is literally less than a couple of weeks to go until it closes. And we still have a little bit of business to do, but the news is just flying now. Obviously, started the day with the Enzo Fernandez news, which now is starting to look like there's something there. We're going to touch on this. It's mad. I don't want to get excited about Enzo Fernandez because I got excited the first time and then got burnt. But this guy, how can you not be excited about Enzo Fernandez, right? I mean, he's a game changer. He is a game changer in the footballing spectrum. And I think our owners completely understand the fact that if we don't get this player now, potentially we may miss out on him in the summer because there could be other clubs that might be vying for him. And this has happened to us with Tchouaméni, and we don't want to miss this opportunity. When you smell blood, you got to strike. You have to strike. And then obviously, Joao Felix news. Apparently, there could be some secret clause that allows him to join us permanently. There's Malo Gusto news. It is mad. It is mad in the dunya. Let's go. Let's start this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, first up, let's talk from the Joao Felix news because obviously we did the stream on Enzo Fernandez, so we'll build up to that. But Joao Felix, look at this. Look at this. I told you guys that let's not worry too much about Joao Felix's permanent situation as yet. A lot of people were worried that, it's a 6-month loan, hefty money to pay. I couldn't care less because I knew this guy is so talented. I wanted him at Chelsea Football Club at all costs. And I even said, you don't know what can happen after the 6 months. You don't know what, agreements that we might have already agreed with Atletico Madrid. George Mendes, don't forget, the agent of Joao Felix is very close to Todd Bowley. So look, check this out. Joao Felix has a clause in the deal to Chelsea opening the door to a permanent transfer in the summer. This is from The Athletic, and this particular person, Dermot Corrigan, who works for The Athletic, I guess. I'm not surprised. Once again, whether this is true or not, I don't know, but I'm not surprised if we have something lined up. This guy has literally removed all Atletico Madrid, recollection on his profile, and he's replaced it with Chelsea. So you know this guy is set to stay here for the long term. He's here for the long haul. And why not? Look at the madness we're doing. Do you know what I mean? And Nkunku next season, Mudryk already. This guy's looking at the project and thinking this is something special. We linked with Enzo Fernandez. We've brought in Badia Shield, youngsters that we've brought in as well. Do you know what I mean? Reece James, world-class player in our team. This guy's probably looking at it thinking, do you know what? The way the board and the owners are moving at Chelsea Football Club, they're going to be a powerhouse. So I'm not surprised one bit that Joao Felix wants to stay at Chelsea and wants to become a permanent player down the track. And I'm not surprised that there is potentially some way to make this a permanent deal. And then that might have played with that contract extension that he did with Atletico Madrid. Might have had a clause stating that if I want to be a permanent player at Chelsea, then you've got to let me be. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Enzo Fernandez news. When Record broke the news earlier today in the morning UK, I thought, nah, man, I don't really want to trust Record. But now Jacob Steinberg, Matt Law even is now talking about it. When Matt Law especially, you got to start thinking. But then again, Matt Law's done some madness today. We've been talking about Anthony Gordon and Andre Onana again from Everton. So You be the judge. You be the judge. But this is the latest. Chelsea are going to resume talks with Benfica for Enzo Fernandez this week. Sources have confirmed. Look, there was a really good comment. I think it was Point 44, who's a regular, member of the channel and comments a lot. He said maybe Chelsea has sized up the situation with Caicedo, thinking, how much more is the difference? We're going to end up paying 75 million for Caicedo. We might as well go that extra mile and get Enzo Fernandez done when you're outlaying that much. But my only concern is, look, I think we know the player wants to join. Enzo Fernandez, another one of those players, believes in the project of Chelsea Football Club. Like, we are selling this project and these players are believing it. So there must be some weight in this particular project, and no doubts about that. Look, Enzo Fernandez wants to join Chelsea Football Club. Now, I know recently I said, how can he now turn around and leave off the back of the gestures that he gave to Benfica fans, saying that he's staying, he's doing the fist pump. But some of you guys have commented that the amount of players you've seen do that and then leave their football club, it's true. Look, the only stumbling block here is obviously Rui Costa and Benfica. Rui Costa, I think the sporting director of Benfica, and they're staunch at the moment that they want to get the full payment, the full release clause. Now, can we somehow bargain? Can we somehow negotiate? I think one of the biggest factors, ladies and gentlemen, in this scenario that might be a huge thing is River Plate. River Plate are in line to get a large slice of this particular transfer. I think River Plate, if we do end up triggering the release clause, we'll get somewhere around 35 million euros, which is huge. So, and even if we don't trigger the release clause and come somewhat close, I don't know, maybe 100 million. I think the last time when we were going through this whole Enzo drama, I think Chelsea bid about 85 million, but they might have to up that a little bit, look for some payment structure options, just to beat the FFP. We'll talk about the FFP. FFP is onto us. And obviously UEFA is onto us. But if we can maybe up it a little bit, and as I said, River Plate's interest. River Plate's probably pushing Benfica, saying, mate, sell this guy. We want a slice of that money as well. Let's not be greedy. Let's get this done. Benfica got him for 10 million. River Plate got 10 million euros. And if River Plate can get 35, they'll be ecstatic. They'll be absolutely ecstatic. Graham Potter wants midfield reinforcement, but Chelsea don't want to be held to ransom. I think this is where Benfica, they tried to play hardball initially, that you know what, it's going to be the release clause on nothing. But now the fact that we went away from it and there's been a bit of a gap in between a couple of weeks, they're sort of now thinking, do you know what, we can't just lose out on this opportunity. There's a lot of money involved. An improved offer for Enzo Fernandez could cause late drama. Enzo still wants to move to Chelsea, and the club are considering testing Benfica one more time. Ben Jacobs as well talking about this. This is interesting. This news is now getting very, very serious. Breaking: Chelsea are readying a bid for Malo Gusto. Ladies and gentlemen, the madness continues, and I love it. Look, I wanted a midfielder. I wanted a right-sided player. We talked about Malo Gusto in recent times. Genuinely, he will be a backup for Reece James, I believe, 19 years old. Strong defensively, he's got a lot of pace. Recovery pace is very good. Offensively, probably needs to improve with his goals, assists. Look, I don't expect him to score a lot of goals from right back, unlike Reece James, but assist is something that he needs to improve. If you look at his stats from previous seasons, it's not the greatest, but I'm pretty sure he'll pick that up. He's only 19, but there is a genuinely very, very good right-sided player right back in there. There's no doubts about that. And, we worry about who we want to bring in on the right side, thinking that, will they be the backup for Reece James? I think Malo Gusto will genuinely be a backup and will be an understudy to Reece James. And the way Reece keeps getting injured, having a player like Malo Gusto, I think it's absolutely prudent and brilliant in terms of pace, in terms of energy, in terms of stamina. He'll be a massive upgrade to Azpilicueta, who I think this has to be Azpi's last season with Chelsea Football Club. I know he's got one more season left, but I think it's time to go. Further bids for Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo. This is, honestly, it's a bit too much now. I can't handle it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo? Is it Enzo Fernandez or Moses Caicedo? I'm not sure. Cannot be ruled out. Chelsea will look at further whether it's worth bringing a loan if they can't land top targets with Kessié. Someone they could look at. This is from Matt Law. Matt Law has been talking about Frank Kessié for a while now in regards to this midfield situation. So maybe we need to pay some attention. Look, if it's a loan for Frank Kessié, look, no problems. Obviously, we've got Zakaria. So I'm not really sure. Do we also want Frank Kessié? And also, a few people are saying, can we actually loan more players? Some are saying we've got a loan for Joao Felix, we've got a loan for Zakaria. Can we actually loan more? Someone said that maybe max is 3 per season that you can get loans from elsewhere. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure Matt Law would have done his homework if that's the case. Unless we're looking to cut our loan with Zakaria, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. You let me know how you feel about Frank Kessié. Look, if it's a loan, fine. It's going to be a short-term loan. But my focus is here. Enzo Fernandez. We get this player. I think it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer for us. Moses Caicedo's name is still there. I thought this is the guy that we were going for, but it looks like we're back with Enzo Fernandez. And maybe it's because of the high price of Moses Caicedo. But either way, I mean, I'll be ecstatic. More ecstatic if we get Enzo Fernandez, but Moses Caicedo, if Enzo Fernandez is more of a summer thing and all this news is a bit of a hoax, I don't know, then let's get Moses Caicedo. I think he'll still be a massive upgrade. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are in direct contact with Olympique Lyon for Malo Gusto. This is now serious. This Gusto situation, I think it's moving closer and closer towards Chelsea. Understand personal terms are already agreed on long-term deal. There you go. I never doubt Chelsea not striking a personal deal. We can do the offers, and the way we're handing out the long contracts, which I'll get to, it's quite exciting for the players. Player open to the move. Olympique Lyon have turned down Chelsea opening verbal bid, as reported by Sebastian Dennis. They want Malo Gusto to stay at least until June. Get this done, man. Get this done. Leon's difficult to deal with, aren't they? They didn't even want to give us our player back, Emerson, last season, let alone, this is their player out and out, outright their player. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do this deal, but hopefully we do this deal, man. Let's try and do our level best to convince Lyon. Malo Gusto wants to leave and join Chelsea. This is from Adam News and Bobby Vincent. This is now, look, almost every Chelsea journalists out there are talking about Malo Gusto. So you best believe this is now happening. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy that we are going to look to address this, this position. And Malo Gusto, for me, fits the profile. 19-year-old, young superstar in making. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look, this is something, Matt. This is where I'm like, Matt Lowe, what's going on here? Why are you reporting this now? Chelsea could renew interest in Anthony Gordon and also Amadou Onana. Looks like Anthony Gordon, like our owners, definitely like Anthony Gordon. Look, I wouldn't worry about Anthony Gordon anymore. Honestly, Amadou Onana, I don't mind, to be honest. He's a very good midfielder from the little bits and pieces that I've seen of Everton. I like Amadou Onana. He's got something about him in midfield. He can be a defensive midfielder. He can be a central midfielder, sort of like box to box. And I think we could potentially get him for cheap. Looks like Everton's going to get relegated, man. They're in such deep trouble, regardless of who they bring in. But when you got names like Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo lingering around, I want to stay away from Amadou Onana. I want to stay away from Anthony Gordon. It's not needed. It's not needed one bit. It goes on to say, Matt Law, let me just bring this up again. Benfica are braced for another bid for Chelsea's Benfica braced for another bid from Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez. This is from Matt Law. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think I deserve it. I think you all deserve it. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this I wanted to quickly touch on. Chelsea's long-term deals prompt UEFA to set 5-year limit, a loophole around the financial fair play used by Chelsea to sign players on a contract of up to 8.5 years to spread the impact of their transfer spending is to be closed by UEFA. So it looks like all of our madness with this 8.5-year deal will come to an end. They're on to us. This was a bit of a loophole, and looks like UEFA has closed that loophole. Not from this season. Everything we do this season is from, but starting from, well, not this window, and all the players that we've already signed. That's not going to impact, but everything from next summer, I believe, will be under this new law. So Chelsea's long-term deal, when does it start? Spreading financial fair play. UEFA will not prevent Chelsea from spending the cost of the players they've signed already. So I'm pretty sure this is from next summer. Chelsea's long-term deal prompts UEFA to set 5-year loophole. So years to spread impact their transfer spending. Yeah, I don't know where I saw, but I think this kicks in from next summer. Look, I mean, I'm pretty sure our owners, the board, everyone, they'll find another loophole. Okay, we'll give 5 years, but maybe option to trigger 3 more, something like that. I love it. Why not? If there's loopholes, let's trigger them. Let's find them and let's trigger them. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, beloved Frank Lampard, look, legend of Chelsea Football Club. As a player, honestly, he was unbelievable. One of my favorites of all time. Do you know what I mean? Growing up, seeing Frank Lampard bossing the way he did for Chelsea Football Club, I've always maintained he's not a manager. He really isn't a manager. As you can see, Frank Lampard has been sacked by Everton as expected. Official club statement to follow. I think the club statement might have been out. I mean, they're smack bang in the bottom. Some people said, last season to me, Miz, you better have an apology for Frank Lampard, this, that, the other. I'm like, calm down. Let's see where this goes. And look, to those people, I've said it. And honestly, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm saying this. And this is no slander. This is no taking a mick. I think Frank Lampard needs to be a pundit. Management's not for everyone. He was a top-notch pundit before he got into management for BT Sport. The knowledge of Frank is immense. When he speaks as a pundit, it is brilliant to hear. It's a lucrative role, being a pundit. And I think Frank Lampard could, down the track, become the next Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker is huge. I don't know why some people take this as somewhat of an insult towards Frank. It's not. If you can become a top-notch pundit, mate, be the best at what you are. I just personally don't think management's for him. Sacked by Chelsea, he's done well at Chelsea. Yes, that first season got us 4th, transfer ban, brilliant. But now sacked again by Everton. I know some people say that's not a good Everton team, but still, to be smack bottom, that Everton team still has enough quality to not be bottom, just outside of the relegation zone. But here we are with Frank, and I hope he doesn't go into management anymore. But that's my feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about everything we talked about. Joao Felix, Enzo Fernandez, Malo Gusto. It is a madness. It is a proper madness. We get Enzo Fernandez, Malo Gusto, and somehow make Joao Felix permanent. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. Tomorrow, the live stream is going to be mad. It's going to be mad.